So my family's looking for beef. Stuffed 5 ways. Alright. We're back. Speaking of good enough, smart enough, people like you. Let's talk about the Vampires. The Lords of Darkness. The Lords of Dankness. In his eternal quest for dominance, Nagash has mustered undead servants to fill the ranks of his vast armies. The Soulblight Gravelords are amongst his most powerful allies, contributing terrible bloodthirst, midnight sorcery, a particular favorite of mine, and subtle influence to his endless campaign against the living. These accursed vampires command hordes of unliving thralls in service to the great Necromancer. Undead nobles all, vampires were first wrought within the mortal realms by Nagash's very hand. Ahem. The god of undeath awoke in the depths of Shyish, buried beneath a cairn of gravesand. True to form, his first act, once released, was to raise undead lackeys in a bid to conquer the underworlds in his name. Armies need commanders, so he reached into the aether and retrieved the souls of powerful deathly deputies. Among these Mortarchs were the first vampires, Manfred von Manstein, Neferada, and Usharan, aka Big Oosh. Hey, alright. What about Archon the Black, your main man? The boy. Your servant who loves you the most. These mostly loyal lieutenants began imparting their blood kiss upon mortals, transforming them into vampires. Eternal creatures blessed with quicksilver speed, supernatural strength, and magical prowess. Like all things born of necromancy, however, the power and immortality of the Soulblight curse comes with a terrible cost. It lurks within every vampire, inflicting a bestial hunger for blood that threatens to overwhelm whatever scraps of humanity they still cling to. Regardless of whether they indulge this hunger and become savage, gore-slicked nightmares or impose upon themselves courtly traditions and vows of self-restraint, all vampires are drawn to conquer and subjugate the living, using their innate necromantic powers to raise mighty undead armies and carve out great empires. Damn, this is a sentence about as long as my sentences. While capable of independent thought and often involved in endless internecine scheming, the Soulblight Gravelord's overriding need for domination ultimately plays into the hands of their tyrannical master. Neferada and Manfred serve Nagash directly, ruling Legion of Blood and Legion of Night respectively. Despite their outward subservience, they are both resolute schemers who always have an eye on the other's territory. Who always have an eye on the other's absolute territory. Manfred is a master tactician, raising armies of elite warriors that he commands with guile, guile, even as he secretly pursues esoteric necromantic studies in an attempt to free himself from his servitude. His rival, Neferada, puts on grand displays of military prowess with her new Lamian vampires while simultaneously turning her court into a breeding ground for conspiracy and plotting, spinning 100 intricate plans and counterplans to maintain her unassailable position. Other vampires fall into one of the numerous dynasties that have taken root in the mortal realms, each a complex web of relationships ruled by the most powerful of their kind. Their vast armies are raised with foul necromancy, implacable death rattle skeletons, and black knights plundered from long-dead kingdoms. Necromancers in their service reinforce these ranks with hordes of deadwalker zombies, freshly turned undead utilized as chattel, troops to smother the living under their rotting weight. Heavy Dead. Kind of a neat color scheme on these KO. Each dynasty is shaped by the realms in which they make their lairs, as well as the vampires that have sired them. Chief among these dark broods, dark brood, are the Virkos, Avengori, and the Castelli, ruled by a family of lycanthropic vampires. You guys remember that meme? I cannot get it out of my head. A lycanthrope. A werewolf. It's so fucking stupid, but it's... A hemomancer. A vampire. Fucking... It's so good. Oh, man. I normally don't like the Zoomer stuff, but that shit... That one got me. The Avengori are a court of nightmarish horrors. Their twisted forms are a result of giving themselves over wholly to the Soulblight curse. From the Crimson Keep of the Castelli dynasty comes Prince Longdong and his acolytes of war, imperious blood knights who arrogantly trample lesser foes underfoot as they hone their martial skill. Bolstered by necromantic power, the Soulblight Gravelords are relentless in their pursuit of conquest and threaten to, one day, outnumber the living. Festering Pickle, thanks for the Tier 1 gifter. To a particular Stone Lesby. Hey, I appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Yeah. A deep thinker. A smart person. Oh. Fucking so good. Man. Zoomer humor is cringe? Yes, 99% for sure. But every once in a while, stopped clock is right twice a day. That being said, the humor of the last decade was arguably worse. The like deadpan super irony of the 2018 plus era. Ugh. You can keep it. Oh, so this is what we're doing now? Yeah, we're just doing this now. We're now this doers. Heckin', it's too much. Anyway, battle traits. Let's go over it. No intergenerational fighting. Once per turn army, end of any turn. The Hunger. Once per turn army, end of the turn. Pick each friendly vampire unit that used a fight ability. Heal D3. Heal 2d3 to the target instead if it destroyed an enemy unit this turn using a fight ability. Oh shit. Damn. Not once per game that you have to roll for. Damn. Yeah, mortal wounds, mortal damage. I mean, they're vampires. It's fine. Pick each friendly vampire unit that used a fight. And then just heal D3. This is a lot worse than how the Hunger used to be, right? Hunger used to be just a heal 6, basically, for all your, like, hero guys, because you did a bunch of damage. But we knew that was probably not going to stay. It's cool that they heal every turn. As they should, they're vampires. They should do that. And they should heal more if they kill something. I guess it still can be 6. Probably 4. Are they better than ogres? True, but vampires should heal more than ogres, like, I think. I'm not going to defend our abilities. They suck. But I will defend the vampire abilities. They should be kind of cool. Deployment phase. The Unquiet Dead. We still deep strike, huh? Friendly Death Rattle or Dead Walker. Set it up in the grave. It has now been deployed. You cannot set up more friendly units in the grave than there are on the battlefield, so we're half unit. Pick a friendly unit that is in the grave. Set it up wholly within 6 of a terrain feature and more than 9 from all enemy units. Okay, makes sense. No more grave markers, I see. We're just whatever terrain is on the board. Gravesite's gone, let's go. Did you guys like Gravesites as Soulblight players, or are you fine with them going? They really want terrain to matter this edition? Yes, they do. Yeah, they really want terrain to matter. Which is probably right. Your terrain probably should matter if you're in a war game. So, I mean, kind of fair enough. Opinions seem split. You almost painted terrain grave markers a week ago. Those are just your objectives now. It's fine. Once per turn army, hero phase, Deathly Invocation. Ooh, it's got the same name. Pick friendly Soulblight Gravelords hero to use this ability, then pick up to 3 Death Rattle or Dead Walkers wholly within 12 of that hero. If 3 entire units are wholly within 12 of that hero, that's a cabbage, that's a squeezed bunch. It's like a bushel of lettuce in a vice. I guess you could do it. If it's damaged, heal. If it's not damaged, return. I think you could be a Deadwalker hero or a Death Rattle hero, maybe. So, like, the heal thing could be neat. Those units might not be at the max model count. That is true. Single Necro in the middle of an absolute pile of zombies. It's appropriate. Once per turn, any movement phase. Ooh, command point. Very pricey. What do we got? Very pricey, but once per turn movement. Endless Legions. Pick a friendly non-unique Death Rattle Deadwalker that started the battle with 2 or more models and has been destroyed. Set up a replacement with half. Or within 12 friendly Soulblight Gravelords hero, or wholly within 6 of a terrain feature. Nice. More than 9 from enemies. If it is your movement phase, you can set up the replacement unit more than 3 instead of 9. But if you set up within 9 of any enemy units, it cannot use charge abilities. Okay. Interesting. Cool. White Kings or Death Rattle? Alright. It's a nice ability. It basically has to cost something, right? Because you're getting free unit halves back, right? So it makes sense. Within 3. Or no closer than 3, I guess. Like, you can't charge, but you're just, you know, nice try. I'm behind 6,000 skeletons, right? Just spend your points. Cool. So far so good. I'm liking it. So far so good. You kept a lot of stuff in the battle traits. Didn't lose. I mean, that being said, all the Soulblight sub-factions were huge. They were like the old school type of sub-factions where you got a lot of stuff and they were fun and interesting. Fun and interesting sub-factions are long since banned from play. Damn, this guy looks so sick. Please be good. This White King on Steed is so excellent. So old school looking, classic, but upgraded. Please be good. He's so cool. Death March. Tide of Bones and Blades. Add one of the rend characteristic melee weapons used by friendly Death Rattle units that charged in the same turn. For attacks that target a unit that has fewer models than the attacking unit. Interesting dynamic here. I like it. You gotta outnumber them. That's a flavorful addition. I think that's cool. Very exciting. Cool, man. That shit's sick. Alright, nice. Death Rattle and charge and outnumber is too many conditions. You are probably right. But it's cool. And it's cool and flavorful. Gets you exactly 3 steps towards the table. And then you play one game and you no longer give a shit about that. And you start complaining that your rule isn't good enough. Because it's not. So, those are my complete and full thoughts on it. Vile Transference. Hey, I remember Vile Transference. Cast on a 7. Soulblight Gravelord's Wizard casted. Visible enemy unit with an 18. Unlimited power. Can't target the same enemy, though. Roll number of dice equal to the number of models in the target unit for each 6. Inflict 1 mortal damage. If any enemy models are slain by this spell, heal D3 caster. Nice. You still got to heal. It's a horde breaker now. I guess you're supposed to use this on the units that have more guys than you. That's your combo that I'm seeing here, that they intend for you to do. Pure horde breaker, just so your hordes are bigger, basically, and then also to heal your heroes. Fun. Oh, Radukar the Beast? Alright. 12 health, 4 up save, 8 move, 5 control. 6 up ward. He's a wizard. Radukar the Beast. 6 claws, 3/3/2/3 crit mortal. Jesus. Okay.
Twitch Prime.
6 attacks, 3/3/1/2 companion. 12 not bad attacks. The man's a monster, literally. Alright, he kinda chops him up a little bit. Maho Dan, thanks for the big prime, appreciated for 4 months. TY. He didn't used to be a wizard. I don't think he did used to be a wizard. Maybe I'm misremembering him. Passive call to the hunt. He was? Okay. If this unit charged this turn, for the rest of the turn, add 1 to wound rolls for combat attacks made by friendly Death Rattle, Deadwalkers, and Virkos Bloodborne units. Or they're wholly within 12. He always had this kind of thing. He's the, you charge in to help out at combat, and then now all your guys are sick. The Wharf version was the wizard. Got it, okay. Yeah, I didn't think he was. Alright. Makes sense. I'm getting it. Nice buff. Once per turn army, end of any turn. The beast will out. If this unit is not in combat, it can move D6. It can move into combat. Oh. Sliding right into the DMs, huh? With a rampage. Once per turn army, end of any turn. So you can move into combat at the end of the turn. Do I want this at the end of my turn, though? I would like to move into combat literally any other time. Any other time at all. Every time. Except the end of turn. It's good against shooting, maybe. But you're already so close at that point. Why didn't you charge him? End of any turn could be your opponents, I suppose. I'm sure there's gonna end up being, like, really good uses for this thing. I just can't think of it right now. Besides just getting into combat, which I guess is good. Armor of Night. -1 from hit rolls and wound rolls for attacks to target this unit for the rest of the turn. That's great. Okay. Really good spell. Again, issue of why not charge. I think we're thinking about this wrong. Just because you can move into combat doesn't mean that's what it's supposed to do. This is a free move at the end of a turn for D6. Free move out of the movement phase is good no matter when it is. Maybe the moving into combat thing is kind of like a distraction. It's just like, hey, move D6 at the end of a turn. You might just get onto an objective or something like that. Who knows? You could do something like that. He kind of slaps. Call to the Hunt is good. This thing you'll find uses for. And Armor of Night is a great spell. Alright, he's kind of cool. It's a shame he's unique, but he's kind of cool. Assumption, thanks for $10 on YouTube. Appreciate it. TYVM. A couple minutes behind. But yeah, the mounted White King is cool. It actually looks like the old Warhammer Fantasy models look like in the nostalgia-addled memories of us TOW players. Yeah, that's why I like it. I don't necessarily dislike the aesthetics of some of the old stuff. It's just the models look bad. You know? Like, they're old and shitty now. It happens to everything. That's why the White King on Steed is like the perfect upgrade. Because it takes what was cool about the old style and just kind of upgrades it from PlayStation 2 to PlayStation 5. With a lot of bells and whistles and nice touches and not too busy and enough callbacks to the past but still a little bit modern. It's the perfect way of doing it. And so I really like the White King on Steed. I'm hoping that he's like good because he sure wasn't before. 3-dam now is big. Dude, Ren 2 3-dam crit mortal is kind of big. All this stuff is kind of nice. Lokovai, the mommy of nightmares. 10 move. Pretty slow. Does she fly? Oh, she flies. We're fine. Okay, I was going to say. I couldn't remember if she flew, but then again, she has massive wings. I should have thought about it for 1 second. Ward 6, Wizard 1, fly. 4 up save. 11 health is a strange number to have for health. 5 control. No abilities in the weapons. Askurga Rapier. 5 attacks, 3s and 3s, 2-2. 3 attacks, 3s and 2s, 3-3. Okay. She does like similar damage to Radukar. Possibly even, no, she does less damage than Chadukar. But I guess that's why he's called that. He's a monster, so he can power through. Oh, that's right. So he gets to power through and then an additional d6 move. So he's actually booking it at top speed. Just sprinting out of combat after winning. He's like loping on all fours and stuff. Okay. That's a funny image. Nightmares Miasma. Subtract 1 from rend characters and melee weapons used by enemy units while they're in combo with this unit. Cool, not just one's targeting her. Good. Impaling Talons once per turn army. Any combat phase. The roll is equal to or less than the target's health. It's dead. Okay. That's just like added damage up here, right? If it works. Your hero phase, the Queen's Dick Tat. 6 casting value. Pick a visible friendly Soulblight Gravelords monster holding within 12 of this unit to be the target. Pick one of the target's companion melee weapons. Okay. Soulblight Gravelords monster wholly within 12. Add D3 attacks characteristic of that weapon for the rest of the turn. Oh. Cool. Okay. So like D3 to this, you know, or whatever. Nice. This is going to be good for like zombie dragons, right? Because zombie dragon bites are going to be probably like 2 attacks, hit on 4s, wound on 2s, 4 damage or something like that, but it's going to be a mount. So Queen's Dick Tat is probably going to be sick if you got Velazida or even Prince Longdong or whatever the other, what is it, the generic Lokovai called? I can't remember. Vengorian Lord, that's it, yeah. Oh, have we seen the zombie dragon? Well, we've seen the Terrorgeist, right, from FEC? Or was that a zombie dragon? She smacks. It was the Zombie Dragon 4 FEC. Oh, okay, okay. Well, anyway, there's plenty of good companion attacks that could use a D3. I kind of like her. -1 rend, good. 6 up ward. Weird health. Kind of slow, but flying, so she's perfectly fine. Okay fighter. Kill stuff. This is like you're supposed to take her if you're monster mashing. And I don't know, I like monster mashing as much as the next man. Reread the impaling charge thing? Okay. If this unit charged, pick an enemy unit in combat with it. Roll die. If the roll is equal to or less than the target's health characteristic, inflict an amount of mortal damage on the target equal to the roll. Oh, it's not kill outright. Okay, I thought it was... So much of these abilities are getting the same text that I actually just skimmed it. But this one is different than all the other ones that started this way. If the roll is equal to or less than the target's health characteristic. So let's say the target's health characteristic is 6, because it's a hero. If you roll a 4, you do an amount of mortal damage to the target equal to the roll, 4. It's essentially d6 mortal wounds to anything that matters. And then basically nothing against infantry, but whatever. I consider this better. Better than I thought. And fun, and kind of neat. Alright. Look of Eye looking kind of cool. This also says charge this phase. Should it not say charge this turn? Yes, because you don't charge in the combat phase, so typo. Simply a typo, but hey, typos need to get errated as well, right? I like her. She's a monster mash leader lady. You're not blown away. I am not blown away. But she's neat. Oh, Blood Knights, we get to see him. Let's go. 6 aboard, Standard Bearer, Champion, no Hornblower. 3 health, 3 up save, 12-inch move. Nice. Templar weapon. 3 attacks, 3s and 3s, 1/1. 2 if you charge. Good. Anti-infantry +1 rend. Nice. Nightmare, hooves and teeth. Just pointless rolls, kinda. The Riders of Ruin. When this unit moves, it can pass through models and enemy infantry units and can pass through the combat ranges of enemy infantry units, but it cannot end a move in combat unless specified by the ability used. I really wish this said friend as well. I wish you could trample over your screens, you know, but okay. Yeah. Any charge phase trampled to dust. Pick an enemy unit that this unit passed across. D3, 2 up, inflict amount of mortal damage, target equals to the roll. Yep, alright. They are ogres. Okay. Not a lot to them. 5 guys, 6 up ward, 12-inch move, 3 up save is pretty nice. 16 attacks, 3s and 3s, potentially 2/2, maybe 1/2. Straight up moving and charging across chaff lines is really good, as long as there's room to land on the other side. Yeah, 16 attacks with 15 mount attacks, and they all suck, but they're gonna do something with 15 of them. You'll probably hit with 2 of them or something. That's something. Your opponent's gonna have to position around this kind of thing. Yeah, I kind of like Blood Knights. I'm looking forward to seeing if they keep the level up thing or not. Or what kind of stuff the Castelli gets. Varga heists, these ugly ass things. The other side of Crypt Honkers. 4 health, 5 up save, 12-inch move. They're ogres. Just with double the move and flying. Murderous Fangs and Talons. 3 attacks, 4s and 3s, 1, 2. Crit 2 hits. That's actually kind of nice. How many in there? 5? No, these are 3s. Guaranteed. These are 3s. I don't even need to ask. 6 up ward. They do have a champion. Death's Descent. If this unit is not in combat, remove it from the battlefield, set it up again anywhere else. Once per turn, army, your movement phase. You got fly high, kinda. So 10 attacks, 4s and 3s, 1, 2, crit 2 hits. Alright. Kind of like Yetis a little bit. They're kind of like Yetis. Except they can pop around faster. An ability, I suppose. Okay. 12 flying, good on stuff that's capable of dealing damage, good. They're not monstrous or companions or anything. It's possible you can buff their control. And they're worth 3 instead of just 1 forever. Might be cute to take 3 of them if they're cheap. Yeah, I mean, a 3-man unit that's capable of killing something, maybe. With 12-inch flying and a once per turn teleport. I mean, kind of a battle tactic thing, or just a land on an objective thing. It just seems like a good tie the room together kind of last unit or two in a 2K list. A thing that can do something neat. Damn, this looks cool. Bloodcrave Hunt. The Hungler. Yeah, they get hunger heals too, because they count as vamps, right? Yeah. They get the Hungler heals. So even though their save is trash, like, it's possible they'll be chilling at like 1 life maybe, or get a little more use out of them possibly. And if they die, just bring back 1, right? Or no, I think it's only Death Rattle and other thing. The Hung Burglar. Death Rattle Skeleton. Oh, cool. Alright, I was like, there's no way they won't show us either skeletons or zombies, right? Well, here we go. Move 4. 5 up save. 1 health. 1 control. Ancient Weapon. 2 attacks, 4s and 4s, nil 1. Yeah, they're as good at fighting as normal humans with no ability. 6 up ward. For each slain model from this unit, make a Legion roll. For each 5 up return. Any combat phase. Okay. 2 attacks now, I guess. Spearhead, so we're not sure. Yeah, we'll just see. Spearhead, we're not sure. Who knows what kind of stuff. They probably have 1 ability, I bet. We'll see. Are you capable of making them deal damage in this army? I don't know, we'll see. Good hunger in Spearhead, bad hunger in matched play. Yeah, a lot of the Spearhead stuff is closer to the 3rd edition stuff. Bad hunger is relative, yeah. A lot of stuff got bad, and so now we just need to reassess, right? Some stuff got real bad. However, alright. S-Blight G-Lords. Where are we putting them? Let's see. The hunger in the context of 4th Ed is good. Deathly Invocation is good. Unquiet Dead and the Rising Dead is good. It's cool that it's around terrain. Endless Legions is good. Yeah, battle traits do what they kind of are supposed to. They're not like terrifically exciting, I guess, because it's just what you've been always doing for the past 10 years or so, but alright. Next up, Tide of Bones and Blades. I don't know why you need to jump through 3 entire hoops. It should have just been if you outnumber. Shouldn't have been charge. Definitely shouldn't have been charge. Just if you outnumber. It's like a flavorful, cool ability, but I don't know why you needed to gatekeep +1 rend that hard. Vile Transference. Hordebreakers suck. I don't know why you can't target the enemy unit twice. Like, the spell gets weaker the more things it kills. It's actually perfectly balanced in that way. So I don't know why you can't target the same enemy unit and just fucking kill it. I'm actually kind of sad about that. It's fine, but yeah, it's mostly to heal, I get it. But, yeah. Radukar looks sick, actually. I like this guy. Look of Eye looks Dece / pretty good. Kind of Monster Mash lady. Blood Knights looks solid, I will say. Vargeist's cool utility unit, perhaps. And then Death Rattle Skeletons look like I'm wanting to see what the Zombie War Scroll looks like. Because this is... I mean... Look, every army needs chaff, and you got it, right? Just stand there and die. Great work. How excited am I for this? It looks pretty faithful to how you were playing before, kind of. But I bet no army is going to lose more than SPGL, because they kept a lot of 2nd edition kind of stuff in their 3rd edition book. They were one of the last hangers on. Am I meh on them? I wonder. Like, yeah, Blood Knights are fine. Solid. Look of Eye's decent for the playstyle. Rad was the only actually exciting thing. Vile Transference, whatever. Tide of Bones, yeah, I don't know. Am I, like, unfairly down about them? Should I not be? I feel like maybe this is an unpopular opinion. I don't even know if I feel like this. I'm just kind of like, I didn't see anything that was really cool. It's like mixed but alright. It's not, I don't think it's meh. I mean, it's alright. I didn't see anything disappointing, really. I don't even know if it's mixed. Well, let's look at the other armies that it's sharing the thing with, right? Are they as meh as Gloomspite? No. Are they as mixed but alright as KO and Dot? No. Then I guess they have to go in kind of amped. I think, yeah, I'm kind of amped. To me, probably just the bottom of it, though. I might be unfairly down on them or something, but yeah, I just, alright, yeah, that's Soulblight, it's still them. It's still them. Mr. Crewboy's review, what did you think? Top of kind of amped. They look way better than before. And they would have been at like the bottom of A, but they didn't show us any of the coolest units that we really wanted to know about, I think. They're looking a lot better and they're looking kind of good. And I would say I'm top of kind of amped tier about them. Yeah, they look good. Whomst else did we look at today? Slaanesh is mixed but sad. Not quite pain and suffering. I don't think it's that bad. A lot of their war scrolls look really good. but they are mixed but sad. They're the E tier for sure. No one else is even close to being like as bad, really, or as anti-hyped, I suppose. Who else did we see today? We did Haas, we did SPGL and Cruel, and Lumineth look amazing, of course. All the abilities are fun and strong and interesting and do everything. Looks great. Can't wait for the points to be really high so that the army's really small and somehow they'll lose anyway. Why put LRL so high? Because all the abilities are hype and the War Scrolls are hype. And the twins look awesome, and their abilities are fun and interesting and strong and flavorful. And everybody looks great. It's like the max hype you could be, I think. So I put them in actual hype tier. They're up there with FS and SC for me. But keep in mind, this is like a vibes-based tier list. This isn't how strong they're going to be. It's not what their win percentage is going to be or anything like that. I'm just like, how excited was I after reading the focus, I guess. So what do we got here? Only 5 remain. Khorne, Seraphon, Sylvaneth, Iron Jowls, and Slavs to Darkness. The final week of the focuses. Dawn of the final week, yeah. Alright, it's gonna be good. Order eating good, death is alright, chaos all over the place, and destruction is suffering. Well, Crew Boys and SOB are in B. B tier is good. Gits are meh, and Ogres are in pain of suffering, so yeah, I kinda... We're waiting for Iron Jaws to look really fucking exciting and kind of save the Grand Alliance, right? Honestly surprised you didn't put Haas below Ogres. No, I talked my way through it. I explained myself with it. Your War Scrolls really do look good, for the most part. Your battle trait is trash. And not fun. And there was some other goofy stuff in there that wasn't kind of cool either. But it did have some... It's like, Shalaxi has never been actually good, and she looks good. Some of your War Scrolls look good, your spells good, just stuff like that. There were high points. There was something at all, at least, to get kind of excited about. Except for the bad parts. Unfortunately, with Ogres... It was only just negatives, and there was nothing to latch on to. What can I get excited about? Like, literally nothing, right? And so that's why they ended up in pain, and Haas is mixed but sad. I don't think it's as bad as everyone is saying it is. It's still bad, though. But it's not, you know... I don't know. It's clearly the second worst one. So there is that. Anyway, chat. Thanks for stopping by on the Big Friday Quad Faction Foker stream. And hey, I appreciate your help on the path to partner, which we have gotten. So thanks for all the thanks. The big Illuminati. Yeah, I appreciate it a lot. Please enjoy an outro